Okay, I have a question for all of the single straight men. What are you doing? Because every single day, I walk out of my front door to the most beautiful, gorgeous, just goddesses of women walking around living their best life like they're just not heaven on earth. So what are you doing? Why are you fumbling the bag? Why are you single? Why are you not just snatching up all of these amazing, beautiful, smart, educated, sexy women? Because they're everywhere I look.
The conversation has changed more than many women expected. Instead of celebrating complete independence, more voices are now asking why so many men have quietly stepped away from dating altogether. For years, countless men stopped chasing approval and redirected that energy toward building better lives for themselves. Now that absence is becoming noticeable, women are starting to ask questions. This shift is bigger than most people realize.
I went out in the wild tonight, and what I'm learning is guys, they don't come up to you anymore. Like, guys no longer approach you.
Men don't really approach women in the wild anymore. This is something that is very common. We all know this at this point. Dating apps, shout out. I posted a video about how guys don't really come up to girls anymore in bars. And did dating become men versus women? Like, I thought it was supposed to be fun.
Men are really making it easy for women to be okay to die alone. Like, literally.
And it's really fascinating, and it's like really worrying to me.
What happened to men being able to hold a fucking conversation or just approach you properly?
Some women still believe this is only a temporary phase. They assume men will eventually return and continue playing the same role they always have. What they fail to recognize is that many men have already made peace with living differently. Once someone discovers peace, they rarely rush back into unnecessary chaos. That is the reality many still struggle to accept.
Where have all the good men gone? A girl on TikTok went viral for asking this question, so please take a listen.
There is a serious shortage of attractive, eligible, mentally stable, emotionally available men. We need to get a search party together, figure out what has happened, where have they gone.
And at first, I agreed with this girl because men are less masculine than ever. Testosterone levels are plummeting. However, there's another side to this. A lot of women are allowing and encouraging men to treat them like trash, like this girl.
I just got home to 2 different floor arrangements from 2 different guys. Is either one of them from the guy that I slept with and told all my friends about? No!
So, be honest with yourself. Are you really interested in the good men, or are you hooking up with the not-so-good men for temporary validation?
Many conversations still avoid personal accountability. Rather than examining past choices, it often becomes easier to suggest that men are somehow responsible for every outcome. That mindset makes real solutions almost impossible to find. Reflection is uncomfortable, but it is usually where growth begins. Blame rarely fixes anything.
Women are not accountable for their own actions. They are not accountable within themselves. They don't have preachers telling them that they're wrong and rebuking and correcting them. They don't have the desire within themselves to correct themselves. And then the justice system, the courts, gives women permission to be wrong, to act up, to be mean, to turn children away from the father. There's no accountability on the part of the woman. And I have to say that if women don't become accountable for their own actions, things are going to get worse. Just as men have to be accountable, women must be accountable as well.
One of the biggest reasons many men have stepped back is consistency. Expectations continue changing while responsibilities remained largely the same. Men were told they were too traditional, then later criticized for becoming too passive. Eventually, many stopped trying to satisfy expectations that constantly moved. You cannot win a game when the rules never stop changing.
It's a waste of time trying to understand the female species because we will never understand the female species. Lori Harvey has ended her relationship with Damson Idris saying he was too nice. What do you mean he was too nice? How does that even make sense? Females were put on this planet to make sense. They were put on this planet to drive us insane. First of all, I wouldn't leave Damson Idris even if he was being mean to me. But you're telling me you left him because he was being too nice to you. Are you dumb or stupid or dumb and stupid? I don't get it. Why is it that if I hate you, you love me, but if I love you, you hate me? Why is it the second that I don't want you, you start wanting me, but when I wanted you, you didn't want me? After God-fear women, I understand why people switch teams. I don't blame them. Matter of fact, I might join.
For decades, many men believed that commitment, sacrifice, and hard work would naturally be appreciated. Instead, some eventually concluded that the return no longer matched the investment. That realization wasn't fueled by anger as much as simple observation. Every person eventually evaluates whether something is still worth the effort. Men are no different.
That's one of the issues in our community, that a woman like yourself could honestly come up and say, I don't see any problem getting somebody who had nothing to do with this to pay for the bill. That's that welfare state mentality.
No,
That's
it's not.
Listen. I'm not insulting you, man, but listen. You can't afford it. Your husband can't afford it. That means you don't get it. The only way you could get your kids in private school is to find somebody else who's willing to put your kids in private school. You want your kids in private school? Get a nanny, get a tutor, work with them to get them a scholarship. That's what you're supposed to do. Go get a second job. Don't go get your hair
And
done.
that's another thing, like, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I'm...
Okay. Ma'am, in this life, we get what we work, what we earn and work. You want somebody else to pay your bills. That is unfair. It is selfish.
How?
Because you don't have the money. And you can't afford to put your kid. Oh, Jesus.
Comes from money.
Okay, let me go ahead and grab this mute button.
Financial expectations have become another important factor. Some men are expected to carry enormous responsibilities while receiving very little certainty or appreciation in return. It isn't unreasonable to question whether that arrangement makes sense. More men are deciding that protecting their future is the wiser choice. Careful decisions often look cold to women who benefit from emotional ones.
No man. Let me ask you this question. Do you go to a store just to go? No. So why you think a man coming to you just to come to you? You think a man is coming to you just because he want to... You think men go to work and slave and put up with all this stuff just so you can ride pretty and never do nothing? You think he's coming to you to give you his money? Or he's coming to you because you have something to offer him? Everybody goes somewhere because there's something to offer, and when there's no longer a reason to be there, people leave. That's human nature. But women think it's different, that a man is coming to them just because he wants to adore her. That's narcissistic belief patterns.
Many men tried explaining their concerns over the years. They talked about fairness, respect, loyalty, and accountability. But those conversations often led nowhere. Eventually, they stopped trying to convince anyone and simply adjusted their own lives instead. Actions usually communicate more clearly than endless debates. Silence often speaks the loudest.
A lot of women want the best version of a man, but when it comes time for them to grow, all of a sudden it's accept me how I am. You know how I was whenever you got me. I always been like this just me, but you want the best version of him. You want that man to be disciplined, emotionally stable, financially available to you. You want that man to be a good leader. You want that man to come equipped. He needs to be healed and dealt with all of his trauma, but you haven't even looked into yours. You just want somebody to accept you, but you want him to change. You can't demand a man's highest version while you're refusing to even confront any of your lowest habits. Because let me tell you something, baby, a good man is not looking for perfection. However, he is looking for a woman who is willing to grow with him. And if you're not that woman, you're going to lose that good man, and then you're going to be even more confused as to how you lost that good man, simply because you wouldn't change or grow or evolve because you want to be accepted for just how you are right now. But a good man is not going to allow you to stay the same. A good man is going to push you to be the best version of yourself.
What surprises some women is how content many men have become. They are traveling, improving their health, growing businesses, strengthening friendships, and enjoying a quieter life. That doesn't mean every man has given up on relationships. It simply means many are no longer willing to force them. Peace has become more valuable than appearances.
And don't care about women's money. We don't care about women's competence. We don't care about women's height. We don't care about all the things that you care about in a man. Attraction isn't symmetrical, it's asymmetrical. So you became the man that you want. So all these other guys that you're meeting, they don't qualify for you. But the only guy that did meet your standards, guess what? You didn't qualify for him.
I don't want a man who's only going to judge me based on my size.
You just called him short. We don't want a woman that's only gonna base us based off our height. I'm 6'4", he's 5'8".
I didn't judge his character.
But okay, but you judge his height and he doesn't qualify for you. The same way he doesn't qualify for you, with your figure, a lot of guys you won't qualify for.
Give me a second. No, he's just...
I was never speaking down on you. I was speaking to the queen in you. All human beings, we got the fool in us or the king or the queen in us. Like the man, he has a fool in him, but he also has a king in him. And that woman should always speak to the king in him. A woman has a fool in her, but she also has a queen in her. Me speaking to the fool in you would have been, you just as good as you are. Those guys are the problem. But I spoke to the queen in you. You could do much better than where you are now. But in this world, it's socially unacceptable for men to speak to the queen in a woman. If we speak in the truth to a woman, it's looked at, you're being negative. You're speaking down on me. You're shaming me. But this podcast, no fugazi, so we got to keep it real.
Another reason this shift feels confusing is because many assumed men would always remain available. That assumption no longer reflects reality. More men have realized they don't have to accept every opportunity simply because it exists. Choosing nothing is still making a choice. Sometimes the strongest answer is simply no.
This Me Too shit has gone out of control. They'll not like how they feel about it after. They'll feel like they got used. Maybe you didn't give them attention after, some shit like that. And what do? They accuse you of sexual assault. Women either are gonna have to accept the fact that they're adults who have autonomy and, most importantly, agency, or you guys have no rights and you guys gotta listen to your dad or your husband. Which one is it? How she feels after can dictate whether it's legal or not. You guys think about that? Like, isn't that kind of crazy? Innocent men get their lives ruined all the time. Like,
risk also plays a major role in today's dating environment. Emotional, financial, and legal consequences have made many men much more cautious than previous generations. Instead of ignoring those concerns, they are adjusting accordingly. Every decision carries risk, and wise men learn to calculate it carefully. There is nothing irrational about protecting your future.
One of the perks of living alone as a man is nobody can guilt trip you or expect you to pay their bills.
At the end of the day, nobody is forced to agree with these choices. Everyone is free to live according to their own priorities. Many men have simply decided that peace, stability, and self-respect matter more than chasing relationships that no longer align with their values. Whether others understand that decision is ultimately beside the point. The calmest man is often the one who no longer feels the need to explain himself. If the message hit, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.